Good evening. Welcome once again to my boudoir. I am going to get that dog trained so we can move to a more uh, less personal space, I should say. So, after my daughter and I were done talking after my first show, I realized, well, she helped me realize she's by saying to me, Mom, you have to remember that you had a different experience than most people. You actually grew up in an all black city. And that just opened up a whole big awareness and understanding for me that she's right. My pediatrician was black. The doctor who delivered her was black. We had a black owned newspaper. We had black mayor. We had all black policemen. you know, um, I, I was on Goose Hill, Mr. Buck's store. We owned our store. I was used to seeing black people, with some measure of success, all of my life, or I should say, running things to whatever degree that was. And then when I was in high school, well, not even high school, in grade school, the only white people I saw were my teachers. In junior high school, it was the same way. It wasn't until I got to high school, and I think it was only one or two or maybe three people in my class. So it got me to thinking, what does black mean to me? So, right off the top of my head, and I didn't change a word, I wrote that for me, it is a beat, a rhythm, an emotion, a way of expression, and ability to apply full expression of my life force, an uninhibited vibe that is aware of and in tune with my humanity. Today, I was watching a program, and it was a woman from Africa, and her son had a heart ailment problem, and they were going to fix that. And when the doctor came into the room, the mother was tapping on a drum. And it just really brought me back to what I just read, because she said what it was called in her language, but then she said, it's the heartbeat. I'm matching his heartbeat. And that's the essence of it. We're, to me, black people are in touch with the rhythm of their soul, with the rhythm of their heart, with the rhythm of their feelings and the pace. And you see it in the brothers too. Some brothers have, a walk that's just like, he already know. It's amazing to me. So I was hoping that people would be able to share, what black means to them. I don't have anybody on yet, but you know, you can tell me in the comments. The other thing that my daughter said is that people say black and they think of color, but it really is a way of being. And other cultures, we watch a lot of Nigerian movies, and they're even saying the N word, and the lace fronts, and they're mimicking our culture. And it's not only them, but we know that white people do it, but you see Asian people doing it. And what is it? It's that vibe, it's that beat, it's that connectedness to being connected, being aware and knowing, it's that life force. We bring life to everything that we do, no matter what it is. And then you see it nowhere more is it more prevalent than in sports. Then that's why these folks so upset, because athletes are just supposed to perform. They're not supposed to think. They're not supposed to have an opinion. Their feelings don't matter. Just get out there and play ball. Just do that thing. Just run how you run and catch how you catch and throw how you throw. But by no means should you be offended if I call you a monkey while you doing it. But I digress. It's important to know what black means to you. Does it just go skin deep for you? Because it doesn't for me. It's in my nose, it's in my lips, it's in my breast, it's in my hips. It's in the way I move my hips, it's in the way that I talk. It's in the way that I move my head, and tap my fingers and roll my shoulders. It's just I'm just black through and through, and I love it. I love being black as much as I love being a woman. It just works so well together. I drew the lottery ticket. Seriously, being a black woman is everything. It's everything. We can mix with anything. And I shouldn't say anything. I mean, when it comes to other cultures, you know, and even within our own community, we can just make all shades. We it's just and look at what we do, what we how we inspire. All you have to do is look at some of the classic old movies. And they're always going to have that maid that's giving the advice, the sage advice, or she's the comic relief, or she's adding that pepper to the show. Never so much as like in Gone with the Wind. That's why Hattie McDaniel won that Oscar. She was phenomenal in that movie. She made it to a great degree, and they could not deny it because we bring that je ne sais quoi. We just it's hard to explain, but it's not. We the shit. It just really comes down to that. You know, we the shit. Blackness is so much more than just the color of our skin. They mute can't sell a car. I was watching TV the other day and it was a commercial. I don't even know what it was about, but it got my attention immediately because they was playing Smokey Cruising. I was so shocked I didn't know what to do. I'm like, wow. They going in the archives trying to sell whatever. I don't even know what they were selling. Because when I heard his voice, immediately it just, what did he say? Cruising together. And they would drive. They was in a car. I don't know if they were selling the car. No, they was in some kind of space thing. I don't know what it was, but I just know that when you wanted to pop, when you wanted to bling, when you wanted to be fascinating and interesting, they come to us. It's all about us. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is. It's a beautiful thing. And I think about growing up in East St. Louis and growing up in that environment. We had the colorism, people, she light skin, she dark skin, that kind of stuff. And if you was really black, what people consider Mississippi black, they caught hell, because the plantation mentality. But for the most part, it shaped my belief in I can because I saw us doing. I wasn't tainted by thinking that I had to, go to somebody else to get something done or to go to somebody else to have something. I knew that black people could do that. My neighborhood was beautiful. I didn't want for nothing as a child. At nothing at all. Both of my parents, I had parents, and they made money and they helped the community. I was brought up definitely to share and with my brothers and my sisters, and I carry that on now. I try to be really, really generous because And this is something else that I was thinking about. What we do, we take care of our own, no matter what somebody want to try to say. My grandparents, when they got to the point where they got up in age, they moved in with the family. We don't ship our people off. We take care of them. I got a friend, Zoe Wallace. Her grandmother just turned 90. She threw her a big, beautiful surprise party. And she's always putting on Facebook, Granny want this, if Granny want that, I got to do this, I got to do that for Granny. You know, and it's the same way. If my mother get to the point where she can't live on her own, she'll live with one of us. We take care of our elders. We have that generational experience within our households. A lot of times, grandmama raising the kids, but that's a different story. But the fact that we do that too, you know, we are giving, we're loving, we're open, we don't turn people away. We're there and we're ready. I watched the program on Hulu, and at the end, one of the commentators said, and it was a white lady, she said, when I came into the Capitol building, the first thing I saw were Black people cleaning up behind us once again. That almost brought tears to my eyes. And then they showed the images of the janitors, getting the blood up and picking up the debris and sweeping the floors and mopping the floors. But we can't get the respect that we deserve as human beings, let alone human beings that have built this country and consistently supplies it with a youthful and innovative energy that the whole world responds to. Our music, our dance, our words, our abilities. We have to stop allowing other people to tell us who we are. We must see and appreciate our greatness for what it is and stop buying into the idea that all we are murderers and, twerkers and whatever it is, because we're much more than that. And anytime exploitation is performed, it's usually in the Black community. They exploit and take advantage of the very people that they don't recognize as human. And so many of us, I should say, we choose to accept that. We hate ourselves. And we have so much going for us. And we have so much to do for us. Like I said in the last video, racism is a white people's problem that they're projecting onto us and other cultures and ethnic groups. We can't clean that up for them. We can clean up after them, but we can't clean them up. But what we can do is clean us up. And the way that we can begin to do that is just through acceptance. Self-love is the catalyst for the change that needs to happen in the Black community. We must allow ourselves to love ourselves just as we are. All of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. It's all good in the end, especially if we are each one reach one. When you learn something, you teach something. You don't just hold it to yourself because now you have an answer. Now you've found a way. That means that you're supposed to share it, because there are people who are stuck in ignorance for whatever reason. But that doesn't mean they're dumb. And that doesn't mean they're stupid. And that doesn't mean they can't learn. All it means is that they need a mentor. They need someone who is willing to walk with them and talk to them and be a support for them. And we could do this. The crabs in the barrel, all that, yeah, all of that is true to some extent. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And it's not stopping the people who want to do their thing from doing their thing. 2020 saw more hustles come to life, more dreams, more ideas. Almost every other person got a business now. And I think that's beautiful. I really do. Because that's what we need to do. We need to, especially where I'm at here in Louisville, all these houses, that family that's done moved out to the East End and don't want grandmama's house. I got a house on my block right now. The furniture and everything's still in it. People done busted windows out and stuff. But the family, because it was grandmama's house, they don't want to let it go. But it's just sitting there, going to waste. It's almost every other house that we could utilize, They selling them for nothing, almost giving them away. We don't want to take advantage of. We have all these excuses, and none of them are valid. Because if they could do it, we could do it too. Okay? So this was just a little, recap, and just another thought of, thinking about, what does Black mean to you? Does it just stop skin deep? Or are you like me? It's a beat, it's a feeling, it's a rhythm, it's that thing, It's it. It's what is. It's what was. It's what will be. Because we're always going to be around. We're going to be here forever and ever and ever. And there's always an opportunity to be the best that you can be, no matter what. I saw a meme, not a meme, a post where this guy says, you don't have to give your all, your 100% on a job. Now, of course, he was a white man. Black people don't have that luxury. If we don't come in with both barrels banging, we won't be the first one out the door. Give your 100% to everything that you do. That's how you get that payday. That's how you get that bonus. That's how you have that personal integrity to strive to be the best you. Don't let somebody tell you to shortchange yourself. Self-sabotage is what's really one of the worst issues in our community. We don't follow our first mind. We don't seek counsel when we need to. We don't accept counsel when it's given to us. Nobody is all right. Nobody is all wrong. But we all need somebody. We all need support. We all need help. We all need love and understanding and appreciation, acknowledgement. But the most that we need is personal integrity and a willingness to fight that good fight every day. Like I said, I'm going to keep this short. My daughter was mad at me. She said I was doing that Black thing that we do. And I used to hate it when my mom did it too. You know how they do. They go to a friend's house, sitting on the couch. I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to go. Then they sit there, next thing you know, it'll be like 10 minutes. And they might stand up now. You know what? Let me tell you this. And then I'm going to go. And they might make it to the door this time. Girl, do you remember such and such and when and that? And then they might be on the step. But then there's another. By the time they leave, it's been a whole nother hour of conversation. So my daughter brought that to my attention. She said that when I said that I'm going to go, that I just need to go. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to wish everyone the best day, the best life. But I got to let y'all see my outfit. I can't go without showing my outfit. Wakanda forever, Wonder Woman. We got it. Do that. Good night. Peace to you.